Yeah, play us
Man,
some
man,
music.
Y'all talking about my boy Juwan Howard out there slapping folks, baby. Michigan.
He didn't smack him though.
Dude, yes, he did.
He did. I saw him smack his hand. I ain't seen him like
He smacked the fire out that boy.
I ain't see that. That's
They out there touching me. Like, I got. I just, hey, don't touch me, bro. Don't touch me.
yeah, that's what he was saying in the
Don't fucking touch. Like, you ain't got to touch me. Put your hand on my chest like you know me, my dude. That's
yeah. I respect that. I respect that. A lot of people just been like, okay, I just don't want to argue right now. That nigga was like, nah, hell, you don't touch me. Hey, what we gonna start doing? Shit, we gotta get our follower count up on TikTok. Though. I'm trying to do some lives on there.
Yeah.
Hey, we might do a joining Instagram live. Like if y'all got y'all stands or whatever.
I do.
And we could go live on IG. And that'll just be a separate part, but I need my iPad so I can still view the comments, everything. Now my video's starting to pop. I don't know. Instagram wants some wild shit, bro.
Like they don't like us to be great.
Yeah, when he get out, I'ma move around. Yeah. Boy,
I need to let y'all know though. I am from Atlanta.
Y'all don't,
okay.
Y'all don't get over here trying to gas Rob up with this hot stuff.
I'm from Atlanta. Okay.
I'm Atlanta.
I am. No, for real. I was born in Grady Hospital, Grady Memorial. Every true ATLian knows Grady Memorial is Atlanta.
Did we ever talk?
Oh, what'd you say?
So did we ever talk about Joe Biden giving out crack pipes or
we did talk about that. We need to. Is that real?
So yes, it's a real thing.
God damn it, Joe.
He really giving away crack pipes.
So it's not giving away crack pipes per se.
Okay. Oh, so they just changed the wording on the shit to make it sound worse.
And it definitely sounds something that this sounds great. It doesn't sound like it's gonna harm.
No, what the fuck?
That don't sound great at all. He said he giving away crack pipes.
I mean,
what's great about that?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? You don't have the money to get high for $4.38.
Everything with political correctness, everything has to be politically correct. So the wording behind the policy sounds great. Like, who wouldn't want safe drug use or promote safe drug use?
Who wouldn't want free crack?
Wait. No. I mean, you're gonna get the crack on your own, but
we're not providing the crack. We'll provide the pipe.
But we'll provide the needles. We'll provide the pipes. We'll provide any paraphernalia that you need.
I guess the psyche behind it is, if we give you the clean stuff, there'll be less ODs. There'll be less people dying from dirty needles and other shit, because that shit spreads.
That's not the issue.
I know, but I'm just saying, I think that's what the psyche behind it is.
And again, like, it's
stupid still though.
We like, somebody literally sat down, wrote this out.
Somebody sat down and thought this was a good idea.
Yes.
Maybe we should just give them the crack pipes. No, Elizabeth, that's not a bad idea. I think
not a bad idea.
We might be able to do that.
Years ago, we flooded crack into the Black community. Now,
let me double down on it.
Oh, if we put the pipes, we'll double our money.
Let's make sure that they do it safely so they can
continue to do it.
There we go. Wow, that's such a great idea.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
geniuses.
Disrespectful chef is in the building. Disrespectful.
That's why you got the shades
got
on.
My head of shades on. Disrespectful chef is in the building, because this is some disrespectful type shit.
You know who disrespectful? I'm Retta.
Is it like the drink amaretto sour? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, but that song, man. That song is fucking hilarious. What else we got to talk about today, fellas? We got to talk about some more pressing matters. I know we got some more pressing matters other than
that trash of All-Star Weekend.
Bruh. But the All-Star game was actually fire.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Honestly.
You didn't know All-Star Weekend was a thing?
No, I know All-Star Weekend is a thing. I didn't know it was going on this week.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of been, I mean, the ratings of All-Star Weekend have gone down significantly since Kobe got out of the league and no longer participated in it. But
and the slam dunk contest was a bunch of goddamn niggas in a street gym.
It was garbage.
Horrible.
The dunk contest was garbage. It was some shit that I've seen niggas do better than that on like the outside
pre-game warm up. Yeah.
Like, bro, what the fuck was that? Did they just nobody just didn't want to participate? Like they asked John Morant. They said John Morant, please get in the next one. Please. They begged.
You know what if it was me, if I'm doing it next year, wherever it's gonna be, I need all slam dunk champions. Levine, Gordon got robbed twice.
Yeah.
They were battling it out. I need everybody. I mean,
so you want a three-peat of Levine and Gordon?
At least they gonna put on a goddamn show.
They will. Okay, so let's go. Gordon.
And I'm calling out LeBron.
He should have been in that bitch. I mean, he was like his rookie season, but that's like
he sucked at it.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, no, I need him to
if he get back in that bit.
I need him to redeem himself.
But he can't. I don't think he's like he can do it game time. I don't think. I mean, nah. Let me not say that because this nigga is a monster. So
we'll talk about him. Talk about I'm gonna play till my son get in the league, and at that point, it's not about money.
I want that.
What is it about that?
I'm with him too. Wherever my son go, that's where I go. Pay me with it. You can pay me $20 for the whole season. I wouldn't give.
No, the fuck you ain't.
No, dead ass. Because at that point, it's less about because you got to think about it. LeBron has never played with Bronny in anything other than like pickup games, maybe. So to play at this level where he's more developed now and he's gotten far more skill, he's quicker, he's learning, he knows how to use his hands, his body and shit. Playing at this level competitively, oh my God, you talk about a power duo. That's like sticking LaMelo and his brother. What the fuck is his name?
Jello.
It's like sticking Jello and Melo on the same team. That's crazy. If you put all three of them together, they've only done it once at Chino Hills. If all three of them were together, you saw Chino Hills went to the motherfucking to the championship with them three.
Yeah.
So listen, y'all put them three together. Y'all put LeBron and Bronny together. It's a wrap.
So do you think? I mean, we're gonna talk about it, but still think about the pressure of the only person successfully to do it.
King Griffey Jr.
Only person successfully.
And then stole the ball from him. And then his dad put his ass in timeout.
You're grounded. So that's a big gap to fill, baby. That's some huge shoes to fill. Because I'm sorry, look, I don't want to be on the same team with my old man. I'm trying to outshine you.
I do.
You're already on set the standard so damn high. Guess what? Now I got to live up to the name on the back of. No, listen, man. Yes. Let me be me, baby.
No. You got to get deeper into it. 5 minutes. Definitely got to talk about that. That's what else you got? You've been sending me shit too.
What we had a versus, but it was a total different.
I didn't like it.
We talked about the versus.
The NBA.
No. The AI versus
T-Mac.
That
was.
I didn't like it.
Pretty good. I like that highlight. That was pretty good.
AI came out with the Jordan one too early.
Yeah,
I say that with
early. Like this is how it started off. No, I'd have like Georgetown. I'm dunking on every.
If I was AI, I would have came out with the Yao Ming block. I would have came out with the step back over what's his name? And when he fell down, Tyronn Lue, I would have came with that because I think Tyron was in the building too because they just played. I think
coach,
he was in the building.
Yeah, he was coaching. I think it's Clippers. Yeah.
But I think so. I would have came out with the Yao Ming block, the step back, step over, but Tyronn Lue. Then I would have came with the dunks. He came with the dunks.
That's what a lot of folks forgot, man. AI was over there yamming on folks back in the day. Boy, he was.
But I wouldn't have came out with Jordan. That'd have
been my closer. Yeah, that would have
been my closer. Like, y'all already know what it is. Here we go. Yum. Bucket. Because he's had so many, and then the crazy part was he had so many more crossovers like that he didn't put in the package. He didn't put none of his like handles in the package, and he has, bro. I don't think people realize how, like, especially the younger generation. I don't think people realize how much of a highlight reel AI was.
And think about T-Mac before his back went out, you know what I'm saying? And we'll jump on it, you know, but
he wasn't that big.
I wasn't really a Tracy McGrady fan, and I was only a T-Mac fan when him and Vince Carter were playing together. That was it. And then when he went to Orlando. Other than that, I wasn't a Tracy McGrady fan. Never was.
I like T-Mac, but I didn't start liking him, like, because obviously, like, but
when he was in Houston.
When he did that 13 points in 10 seconds or something like that. Yeah, whatever the fuck the shit was.
I mean, Reggie Miller did that to the Knicks before, so you know it was.
Yeah, but I'm just saying to witness it was like, oh, that's dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was one of those things.
But I'd say, you know, he ain't put no 81 though. That's all I'm saying. He ain't put no 81. He ain't put no 81. 81, please. 81 hours.
Yeah, like, I mean,
81. He was like 81 martinis. Yeah, 81. Extra dirty.
Extra dirty. All right, so we got T-Mac, AI, Bronny, Amaretto. I'm gonna talk about that. We gotta talk about Biden, crack pipes.
Are we going to war?
Probably not. They've been able to solve everything diplomatically in the last 10 years, so probably not.
I mean, but you know, look, Putin said, hey, y'all got some dirt that belonged to us. Didn't belong to us. It's just time to claim it back.
What are you talking about?
Russia and Ukraine.
Bro, I don't even know why we battling over that shit, like, for real. Like,
well, they say France and England were like, hey, America, we need you guys to join in, you know.
Hey, like, hell no, that's y'all shit. Go over there and get that. We don't get Ukraine.
We're gonna find you. What?
Fuck y'all. And see, and here's the thing, right? And everybody in the world talking about, oh, if y'all invade Ukraine, we're gonna bring sanctions down on you. They don't give a fuck about no sanctions.
I'm just gonna claim some land that belong to me. What you gonna do?
Yeah, like, it's theirs. Let them have it.
What you gonna do, brother?
Goddamn bad.
Well, you know what's messed up? They bombed the goddamn daycare.
Yeah, that's true.
That was jacked up, man. What the little kids do to y'all, man?
But see what they've been doing. They just been coming hella close to the border, and they ain't really been doing shit. They just been
that one was too close. Yeah.
And then, like, you know, try to provoke. Hey, nigga. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
What Bowser do? He get way up there. Nigga, I almost had you. I almost got you. I almost bit you.
I almost got you. I almost got you. Lucky. You're lucky I got this chain on me. You're lucky.
You're like, you see, I see you got your running shoes on today. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll catch you slipping in them flip flops. Watch that. Your ass is mine.
All right, y'all ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
What's going on, guys? Hey, how y'all doing? It's your boy DJ Chef, man. A little bit of acapella before we get this thing started. It's President's Day Monday for you school teachers, folks that work for UPS, and
nobody cares.
And for our military service, y'all got, you know, a half a day off. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
that's all we give a fuck about. Why are we celebrating these fool ass niggas who made these dumbass rules?
Whole day off.
Hey, tell me what you know about me. E-A-T-K-I-N.
Got to be careful we don't get banned, you know. Shout out to the boy Beat King.
T to the E-N-D till I D-I-C. Hey, if you sexy and you know it, clap your hands. 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 If you the baddest in the club, clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands.
Let's go, Rob. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to an all-new episode of the Perfectly Balanced Podcast. This is a panel of brown people having good conversations over here. I am your host, Rob Wolf. We got no building.
What's going on? No more he is I am we. It's just me. We are one. He's your boy DJ Chef.
Makes no sense.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
What the fuck is this?
It is me.
This is Calm Kai.
I know.
This is.
He's in his alternate office and shit.
This is
I'm very calm today, and I'm not hyped up, but no promises right now.
Rob, that nigga got some cutty. That's what
it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Cutty. Yeah.
He released some
No. I had a day off. Today was a day off.
So this is a relaxation day for you.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
You get stressed out for anything, really, at all.
I like it. I like it.
Oh,
It's KG, aka Dr. Graves, no PhD. We in this thing, you know who we are. Drop bars. Hey, I'm gonna start this thing off. One time for the one time.
Just take my job, why don't you? Calm Kai. Fuck out.
And I want to say, what is going on with y'all's uncle, Uncle Joe?
Why you saying y'all, bro? I'm never gonna call another man uncle. Ever.
Chef got the 1-800 direct line to the Oval Office.
Well, I need you to get on the phone and tell this man, like, what is he doing with this whole crack pipes thing? So it is an uproar on crack pipes. Biden's put in his new drug strategy and its harm reduction plan for reducing drug-related deaths in the US.
Hold on, wait. So give us the facts on this, because what I read, just me what I read, because I don't be in the news.
I'm gonna give you the spin on it. So
sugar now.
The facts are, here are the facts. Government spending there's already a budget for safe drug use, like for needles, syringes, and all that stuff, and places that are government funding already that have been well funded
that you can go to and get a clean needle.
Get clean needles, and
we're not gonna list those establishments because that's
what the fuck is they talking about this war on drugs? Then this ain't no war. You niggas is enabling.
Yeah, what the thing is now they're doubling down on the enabling and safe drug use. We got him this far. So now he wants to make actual kits. So the kits come pre-packaged with safe needles, syringes, tourniquets, freaking all this stuff.
Tourniquets, so they got an EpiPen in there just in case, what I'm saying, shit go down.
And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is? But okay, so this is my point. Okay, the point that I get to that really confuses me is one of two things. One, we're pouring money into safe drug use
and shit that we shouldn't be pouring money into.
But insulin prices are going way the fuck up. People's health, that's really important. If you're really were important and you wanted to take care of American people's health, what about the price of insulin? Why is that shit like so high? And that's why I'm calm right now, because I don't want to come off as an angry black man.
Man,
fuck that. Do it.
Hold on. Let me get my Martin Luther King on right now.
We cannot have.
that sounded like that sounded like Jesse Jackson. That was Reverend J. You sound like Jesse on that one.
Oh,
keep hope alive.
Freedom ring.
And this is where the conservatives jump onto it, and they're the ones that called it out. They're like, "Oh, this crack pipe strategy is I mean, it's a catchy name, and it is definitely sheds light to the whole thing, and it doesn't seem like it's a good idea. At first, people were really into it. Like President Biden came out and was like, "Hey, I vow on reducing harm when it comes to drugs, it's a public health issue. Like, okay, cool, public health issue. What else has been a public health issue that's been plaguing the U.S. For the longest time? Obesity. Like,
I mean, Michelle tried to do something about that. She took away salt in schools and shit.
That is not going to do anything.
Shit.
But again, taking it away in schools, that's not the issue.
But they also implemented every in elementary schools they have an hour recess. Everybody gets an hour recess.
Exercise, yeah. Got to get them out there, sweat it out.
Yeah,
little funky musty kids back coming inside after that.
You got to keep them active when they're outside of the school.
Yeah, well, shit, I can only do so much. I can't regulate that shit at home.
The kids can only do so much at school. So, a lot of things, a lot more funding could be used elsewhere other than safe drug use. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
All this talk about money being distributed leads me back to my question. When the fuck are we going to get our reparations?
You know what? The plan I thought about, and we did this last season. And it was like, hey, the perfect way to instill reparations is to do exactly what the U.S. government did with the Indians, with us. To give us eminent domain
and free college
of an area where we would have our own universities, our own banks, own financial system, farming, all of that, and we have and do whatever we want with it. Our own policing, all that.
We ain't gonna fuck with the rest of the country. That means we're not gonna fuck with y'all.
Give us a whole state with the resources that we need, and we'll call it New Wakanda, or
or Georgia, but New Wakanda sounds
good. I mean,
or Georgia,
or we call it, let's say, New Rosewood,
or Georgia. But that either way, sounds really good.
Rob, I'm not moving to Georgia. Yeah, I got too many mosquitoes.
The best place for us.
Niggas, it's mosquitoes everywhere. Fuck out of here. So, worry about some goddamn mosquitoes.
Truth be told, Georgia is the best place to do it. It's just
many cities and towns that they done drowned out here.
Yeah, the purchasing power for the state of Georgia to be turned over as sovereignty to the Black Caucus is something to start with.
If they give us Georgia, that means we control import and export from the skies, because Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson is the biggest airport, the busiest airport in the world.
One of the busiest airports.
The busiest, period. The busiest airport in the world, right?
Say it again for the people in the back.
Now you got the wheels spinning. Now I want to own Georgia. I wasn't on that before, but now I am.
You sound like old Negro slave master there. I got to own it. I got to own it.
No, I'm saying, listen, because you think about it, right? The people that own this state are the people that control the government, and the people that control the government control where people live. The people that control where people live control how the economy works. They control how the money goes. They control where the money goes. They control who runs in and out this shit. They control all of that. And then on top of that, to add insult to injury, they also own import and export from the sky.
Blake in the building. What's going on? LaShale in the building.
The deal would have to go something like this. Okay, what are our demands? And the only way that this is actually
organized first, though.
Exactly. That's the only way it's happening. Getting organized and be like, hey, we, the Black delegation, have come together and stated we want Georgia. No ifs, ands, and buts. We don't want anything else. Just give us Georgia. We'll handle it out ourselves.
And we'll give you a passageway to get to Florida. You ain't got to worry about getting to Florida. We'll get you there. If you want to go there, all the white people down there in Fort Lauderdale and Miami and all that shit, we can get y'all to and fro. Okay?
What we control, and you know what? The thing is if it were to remain a state, all of the state laws for Georgia would have to remain intact or be changed by vote for the state.
but
But
voting
federal laws,
had to change completely.
federal laws would have to change
Mm.
And see,
in order
here's
for that to happen. But
Mm.
so this is the more likely scenario. A section of Georgia would be corned off, as a new domain.
Neutral, new domain, or
but see, here's the thing, right? This is what
Kinda-
makes
kind of
the
like
native this
Washington D.C.
true. I like that. I like that. Now that you mention that, I do like that. I do like that. But here's the thing, right? I think would be better if it were like Native Americans, because Native Americans have eminent domain in several areas around the country.
Around
It's
the
not just one state.
Again,
So
because it was their land, and that's what made sense.
true.
To corner off things off that. Now, if we pull this off correctly and diligently, you can make little small utopias all over the U.S. By neighborhoods or by cities, because you can't just put all the Black people all in one area.
Yeah, that'd be chaos.
It'll be chaos. But if we got together and over a certain amount of time things worked out, then we can set up small little areas all around. There's a Chinatown everywhere in the U.S. in every single state.
Yeah, but that wasn't given. That was bought.
It was bought. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. That we in Verse do the same thing. I mean,
all we got to do is follow the agent's blueprint, boy. Them motherfuckers silent. Them niggas moving silence.
40 acres in like you said, 40 acres in a mule.
They don't ruffle any feathers. Like they do what they do, and nobody knows how they do it. Same thing with the Jewish community. They do what they do.
Yeah. But see, I was thinking, right? So do y'all know the story of Lake Lanier?
Yes, I've seen that video, so we're not going to touch on it. It's kind of heartbreaking. It's kind of gut wrenching. We got to keep moving, Rob. We got to keep moving.
I was just gonna say real quick before we get it, because if you don't know the story of Lake Lanier used to be a thriving Black community that was basically burned down and submerged underwater.
Man-made. The same thing. The story with think about it, with Central Park in New York City.
Yep. There's several around the country.
You know what? Same thing can go about St. Louis and the St. Louis Arch. Around the St. Louis Arch was a Black neighborhood with front properties, businesses, banks, all that stuff. And I think it was like 35 acres of land that was just bulldozed out because the government wanted to use it for their new landmark, the St. Louis Arch. If you take an aerial view of that St. Louis Arch and where the beautiful park is right now, that was all Black neighborhood. And the reasoning behind it, they were saying that these businesses were abandoned buildings. It was desolate.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they said about Lake Lanier too.
Yep. And nobody was living there, or it wasn't thriving. They just bulldozed it over and turned it into a park. Like, okay, you didn't rebuild and repurpose the buildings, you just got rid of it.
They wanted to,
just like you do with our history.
Yeah. So if you don't know, I'm gonna go back to Lake Lanier just real quick, and then we're gonna move on. All right, Chef. Lake Lanier was not a lake in 1921, right? And it actually used to be a town called Oscarville, right?
Yep.
Oscarville housed about 1,100 Black families. It was basically the South, well, not the South, but it was another version of Rosewood or Tulsa, or there's several. There's a shit ton you can mention. It was the same thing: Black businesses, Black banks, all of that, right? And the state had actually given basically left that area alone for Black people. It was for us until a group of white militiamen so there was a rumor going around that this after a white woman was found in the basement somewhere, that a Black guy had raped her. That was the rumor. The rumor was that the Black guy had raped her and he was from Oscarville. So these shit ton of white militiamen came in there and started burning shit down, lynching people, all that for years. This went on for about 9 years until basically no one else was there. After that, they were like, well, this is pretty prime land. What are we going to do with it? And they just decided to flood it. And out comes Lake Lanier. So that's why they say Lake Lanier is man-made, because, Georgia doesn't have any natural lakes. All the lakes here are man-made, right? Lake Lanier, being one of the biggest ones, was man-made by Oscarville. That's how it came to be. So yeah, little lessons. There are, and they say there's still bodies down there and underneath Lake Lanier. The houses and all the other shit, they're definitely down there. You can actually take a camera and like put it on a magnet or whatever and drop it down in Lake Lanier, in the middle of Lake Lanier. You'll see houses, banks, all types of shit. It's wild.
I believe it.
So but there's a legend that because Lake Lanier there's a lot of deaths and drownings and shit in Lake Lanier. And
Negro spirituals like come to get you.
And
come
so
on, man.
quick story, right? We did not know this coming up, right? My dad did. I don't think my dad even knew, because he took us out there one time on a houseboat, right? It was during the drought, like it was a drought, right? So we take a houseboat out there for my dad's birthday one year, having a great time, woo. I remember because my dad, for whatever reason, decided to go to the very back of Lake Lanier, like the furthest part away from everybody, part of Lake Lanier, right? Yeah. Where nobody else was at, but there's like little beaches here and there, right? Yeah. So we're pulling up, we're pulling off that way. And I remember seeing like people standing on the side in like all white. It was Black people just standing there in all white, like in the trees and shit, just standing there. And it was creepy, but I was like, maybe these motherfuckers just live here and they, do whatever. I don't know. Right. So didn't think nothing of it. I go back to playing and on the boat because I ain't never been on a boat before. Yeah. And I remember we get out to the back and we drop anchor, right? Because we didn't want the boat to move or whatever. So we spent, because it was dark too. So we spent the night, on the boat. Yeah. Well, so we anchored out probably about a good 150 yards away from the beach, easily. Yeah. Right. So that, because we didn't want to, run aground or anything like that. Yep. So we drop anchor and we go to sleep. Everybody go to sleep. We wake up. We're basically on the beach. Like we couldn't move, right? Starting the engines, we couldn't move. We were beached, right? And my dad's like, what the hell? Like, we anchored all the way the fuck out there. How the fuck we get here? And we chalked it up to, it was the fucking low tide. It was a drought. The water just went down. Yeah. But we couldn't get the fucking anchor back up. The shit was like stuck. Like we were literally trying to get the fucking anchor back up. So we had to call like the guard or whoever the fuck patrols the Lake Lanier, and they fucking helped. They moved us out further to the water, and like they lowered the anchor and then moved us and then raised it back up like it was stuck underneath, like it was hooked on something. Yeah. And the guy was like, why the hell did y'all come all the way out here? Like, we didn't want to be near nobody. Like, don't nobody come out here, man. Like, y'all went hella far. Y'all don't nobody come out here. We didn't think nothing of it. Years go by, don't know shit about this whole Lake Lanier legend or whatever. And somebody tells me, because I'm in the Navy at this point. Somebody tells me, oh, you from Georgia, you've been to Lake Lanier? Yeah, I've been to Lake Lanier. Oh man, I heard about the legends out there, people dying and shit. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, mind you, I'm from Georgia and I ain't never heard about this shit. But also I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I didn't think nothing of it. But Lake Lanier never came up again. So we never thought anything of it. And so moving forward, people be like, yeah, man, this be, people dying and shit, drowning and shit in Lake Lanier. Don't go around there. Don't go around those parts.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on with Lake Lanier? Oh, you don't know about the story of Lake Lanier? Nigga, no. How you from Georgia? You don't know about it? What? People start telling me, I'm like, oh shit. That's probably what the fuck we was hooked on. We was probably hooked on one of them houses. Didn't think nothing of it. Anyway, that was a long story, but I just Lake Lanier. Anyway, moving on. I gotta talk about some positive shit going on. LeBron James is talking about his son coming into the league. Obviously, he wants his son to play in the NBA. I think it's fantastic. But
here it is. Do you really? Okay. There are other athletes' kids who could not live up to the name.
Who?
Michael Jordan's boys.
It was. Look who they are. It's Michael Jordan. That's not even fair because Michael Jordan.
How is it not? But we're talking about it's still.
But they were never in contention, though. That's what I'm saying. They were never thought about.
Listen here. If we're gonna talk about father-son duos or kids trying to live up to their last name, Jordan is the prime example. His boys tried and they could not they couldn't even tie their damn shoes.
But Bronny James
overrated.
Bullshit. Bronny James.
We're gonna see when the boy gets to college. If he get to college and he put up 40 point, 20, 30
but with
points,
the new regulations, they don't have to no more.
Man, say, look, that joke
he's
goes straight.
Eligible to play 2024.
Don't do it to yourself, son.
I think, and see, I will say, I do think he still has a little bit more rating his home. Blake said Bronny will make the league, but he will not be a top 75 player in the league. For sure. Well, he won't be a top 75 player for a couple years.
He'll be a top 150.
For the first couple years, I agree.
Period.
I will say this. He's not as good as LaMelo. He is not as good as LaMelo.
Look, I can't wait because that nigga gonna embarrass his big ass.
But LeBron's son, Bronny, is good. He is good.
Trash.
He is good. So, what I think him play. I think give him till 2024. I think he'll be solid. I think he'll be solid. Because he's coming into his body. He's recognizing how to use his weight. He's recognizing how to use his height. The boy got bounce. Okay, he can shoot. He's LeBron on a smaller scale, much smaller scale, and not as because you gotta think though, where LeBron was playing at in Akron, Ohio, talent was not, easy to come by. So who comparing? Huh?
Okay, there is a saying that goes with sports and athletic ability. When you have something to fight for, like getting out of the hood, this is your only way out. People play a little bit harder, like their life depends on it. When you take away that element, it's like raising a lion in the zoo and then putting them in the wild. You're gonna lose that raw talent that they're supposed to.
He ain't got no raw hunger. He ain't got no dog in him.
I disagree.
All I'm saying is when you remove that, so you can't compare them.
Yes, you can, because look at LaMelo, look at LeVar Ball's kids, look at all of them.
They're playing in the NBA, but not at LeBron's level. When he was their age.
But what I'm saying is look at the environment that they came up in, and they still got that hunger. So hunger is not the issue.
No doubt. But okay, when you are LeBron's son, you have the weight of the world on your shoulder, not because you're fighting for that.
It's already there.
It's already there. It's already handed to you. You're expected to.
But he's had that his whole life, though.
Yes, exactly. So, okay, it's gonna go one or two ways. It's gonna get handed to him because he's LeBron's kid, and the NBA is going to tailor the league around him, or whatever team he goes to, they're going to tailor it around him. And then when he doesn't do 40 points a game, he's going to be a laughing stock.
That it is what it is.
It is what
But
it is.
all I'm saying is
you go.
All I'm saying is I'm not gonna say at all that Bronny will be nearly as good as
high
LeBron.
school, go to college, dominate like his father didn't do, change the game completely, be his own man.
I disagree. I think one.
That's the legacy.
One, I have to say this. One, I have to say, I do not believe that Bronny will be as good, or damn sure not better, than LeBron. I will say that.
I agree with you.
But I do think it's a fantastic idea to have Bronny and LeBron on the same team, playing at the same time. I think that's fantastic.
I mean, it sells tickets.
Exactly. So when we get into that part of Bronny wants to play with LeBron, or LeBron wants to play with Bronny, and he's saying he's quoted as, money's no object at that point. Money doesn't matter at that point. Yeah. When you get to that part of because like we said pre-show or pre-show, when Bronny gets drafted and LeBron is still in the league, LeBron's gonna be like, you can pay me whatever. You can pay me $20. I wouldn't give a fuck. I want to play 1 year with my son. That's all I want to do. Because money doesn't matter. I've made the money already. I've done that part.
Still making the money.
I'm still making the money. So that part doesn't matter. Canceling contracts, buying people out of contracts, all that shit, cool. I'm fine with that. Pay me whatever you got to pay me so that I can play with my son. Whatever deal that has to be done, I'll do that. Because I want to play with my son.
That's now, crazy to think about.
So now listen to this, right? Listen to this, right? So you know how in NFL we say rookie QBs need to play 1 year behind the great that they're replacing, right? For example, Drew Brees, he should have had somebody playing behind him, Jameis Winston or whoever the fuck is going to be playing behind him for a year before he left. Tom Brady, same way. Now them two teams going to be fucked because they didn't have nobody to coach up. Mm-hmm. Trevor Lawrence played too early because he was by himself. He didn't have nobody to follow behind. You know what I'm saying? No. And the season was trash. So I know I'm commenting on your team, but whatever. But look at, like, for example, Dak Prescott played a year behind Tony Romo.
No, move. That we're not going to get. That
was a great move.
It was, but it was a great move, but it was a dumb move because you should have went back to what got you there. He had the hot hand. You would have won the Super Bowl if you put Romo back in.
Bro,
Romo was hurt.
Okay, we're not gonna comment on that. We're not getting into that.
Jump down that rabbit hole.
We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. But so what's great about LeBron and Bronny playing together is that Bronny can follow his dad directly. Game time. What should I be seeing here? What I'm saying? What move should I be making? And for example, right? Everyone that LeBron has played with, for what was it? Not J.R. Smith. It was what's Tiana Taylor's husband?
What is that boy's name?
Anyway, he said he was like, when LeBron is on the
court, Shumpert.
Yeah, Iman Shumpert. Iman Shumpert said when Bron is on the court, he's a field general. He will tell you, hey, if he move, cut. If he, you cut to the basket, cut baseline now. Like he's on the court. So Bronny can witness that firsthand and be like, okay, this is what he's seeing. This is the moves I need to be making. And that will make just that 1 year, that one season playing will increase his IQ 10 times. Because there's several that have tried it. What's up?
You've seen him play.
Have I seen who? Bronny play?
Bronny.
Yeah, I've seen Bronny play. I've witnessed firsthand Bronny play. I've been in one of his his AAU games.
I
Tickets is high
again,
as
like,
hell too, by the way.
coaches that have aspiring goals for their players know what true talent is. And
True.
And I'm going to, give him the benefit of the doubt because I haven't seen him play again. Like, actually, no, I have seen him play. I've seen some highlight reels of him playing. He's actually pretty dominant on the court for a high school kid. And I'm pretty sure that LeBron has like invested multiple times or all of his time that he can into his son in making sure that his basketball is up to par, teaching him basketball IQ, going over tape,
and he'll continue to.
And that would be awesome. I think it's a pipe dream, honestly, though. I don't think that would ever happen. That's a huge pipe dream.
Okay, again, listen. Mark this day. 2/21/22. We almost did a 2/22/22. We almost did it. But 2/21/22. Mark this date. I'm willing to bet 2024 Bronny and Bron are playing together. They're going to play together.
It's a great publicity stunt. Will the league allow it? Possibly. Who knows where the league's going, from right now.
Well, he'll be eligible right now in 2024. He'll be eligible.
So here's the thing. The one person who's always undefeated.
The internet.
Father Time. Oh. Father Time is always undefeated.
Again, if LeBron doesn't show out this year, nobody's going to care.
He doesn't really have to, though. They just won the All-Star game. You don't have to.
It's about the All-Star game.
I'm saying, like, the fact that he is Team LeBron versus Team KD.
And our condolences to Kevin Durant. He lost his grandmother over the weekend. So
I didn't know
that's why he was not present. His mom made the statement for him on his IG, Facebook, all of his social media. He lost his grandmother. So
I was wondering why
he wasn't there.
They still pulled off a hell of a game, though.
It was, it was a good game. Steph came in with the 3 bombs. Bloop, bloop,
man,
bloop, 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 bloop.
What? He missed a whole lot of them too, though.
But he put 50.
Yeah,
he put 50.
Facts.
He pulled a Kobe-like numbers, but Kobe wouldn't have missed all of them shots. Kobe
wouldn't have took them all.
Yeah, no, he'd have been 60 from the field.
Yeah.
But not to be the dead horse, we're gonna move on from LeBron and Bronny because again, I'm just saying if it was me, my kids, I'm like, hey, you ain't got to follow my footsteps. Go run track. Go play football. I don't give a fuck. You ain't got to play basketball.
So he wants to.
But near or there. So, All-Star Slam Dunk Weekend was trash. As Stephen A. Smith said it, when a cat can win a slam dunk contest wearing some damn Timberlands, that's when we have scraped the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, that shit was awful. That shit was horrible.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Was wearing Timbs, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I fuck with the New York vibe and they cool. Timbs. Really, bro?
And Timberland, if you've ever owned a pair of Timberland boots,
them
and I know my boy PhD, he had some Timbs back in the day, y'all. Had some Timbs.
Butters.
Nah, them, yeah. I had them in all colors too.
You had the white ones?
I didn't have no white ones.
I haven't worn some white ones for some time, boy. I haven't worn some white ones so bad.
So the dunk that won the slam dunk contest, which was actually kind of, when you look at it back in slow motion, was pretty incredible because
when he hit it off the backboard,
he palmed it. He basically blocked it off the backboard and went in for the dunk. Like literally just boop boop, like bam.
Ooh.
A full clean block on the backboard.
Seen it.
Dunk. But
seen it.
I need somebody to blow out a cupcake. Again,
fucking what's the name did that shit a couple years ago. He hit it off the backboard and then caught it with the other hand and dunked.
Oh yeah, he switched. Boom, boom.
Yeah, come on now, stop it.
Yeah, but hey, these we've all seen under the leg and 180 under. I'm like,
that's all it was doing.
When the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar gets up and walks out,
that shit was
and Shaq is over there just like, bro, I can do better dunks on 2K.
I'm saying though, like the shit was just not.
At
It
this
was
point, then
nothing.
you know what? I'll take a step further. NBA versus professional dunkers. Whoever wins that
Ooh.
is our.
You know, professional dunkers would do it though. They would demolish.
and for cash, we play first and second place. We get big money, baby.
Bring back and one basketball.
Facts.
And one mixtapes. Oh my god! Like there was the coldest basketball plays ever to be played off the court. Oh yes,
Professor.
Yes. These guys were ballers.
I would have liked to have seen in the dunk contest. I would have liked to have seen Ja Morant. That's the only one that I really wanted to see for real. Like, and I pray to God because they talked to him about it during the All-Star game. Will he do it next year? You're like, we'll see, whatever.
Depending on how I feel. Yeah.
Depending on whatever. But I wanted to see Ja Morant, and there wouldn't even been no fucking competition. If them niggas was still the same people that was gonna dunk plus Ja Morant, that shit wouldn't even made it to no second round.
But like they said, man, the dunks have been better in the actual NBA regular season
than in that shit.
Game. Like
I don't even know who them niggas was, bro.
If anything, I'd be like, hey, listen here, we're gonna do a collection of best dunks of the year, and whoever has the best highlight during the regular season, leading up to the All-Star break, that's who wins, that's who enters, and that's who wins the dunk contest.
How do they select these niggas? They all rookies?
Man, it looked like it was a bunch of rookies this year. It looked like
I did not know none of them.
I don't like I said, this new friendly NBA. The NBA I grew up in, niggas was fighting.
Facts.
Anyway, at the palace.
We got speaking of highlight reels and highlight tapes. Did y'all see the versus battle between AI and T-Mac?
Tracy McGrady.
Tracy motherfucking McGrady. They got the answer versus Tracy McGrady. I would have been better. It would have been better if it was Tracy McGrady versus like I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Tracy
like D Wade or somebody.
Yeah, because
that would have been a better matchup. But to put the human highlight reel versus Tracy McGrady, like
nah, man, you can't. Personally, myself, if I'm Iverson, I'm like, nigga, you can't even hold my jackstrap.
That's what I'm saying. And he didn't even put his best shit up.
The only thing they both have in common, they don't have a championship. They both didn't get a chance to win the ring. But Iverson did get two finals.
Yeah.
Tracy McGrady never made it to one. They didn't make it out. Never made it to one.
Man, look, man. I didn't like it. I did not fucking like it because number one, AI came out. Of course, we know the Jordan highlight where he crossed Jordan twice and shot it up and
hit you with the heavy,
right?
Yeah.
That highlight should have came last. He pulled it out like what, second or first?
Right out the gate. I'd be like, here's my Georgetown. This is what I'm doing as I'm getting to the league because Tracy McGrady came straight out of high school.
Yeah, but it was all NBA shit. It had to be all NBA.
I'm like, my rookie year, I did this. My sophomore year, I did this. Hold on. Now that we get to the end, you forgot about this right here, and I'm gonna walk off stage left. Ha ha! And I'm out.
I would have pulled up. There was so many other. He could have literally just went to his documentary that he had on fucking Netflix and pulled all of that. That's it, and just been like, here you go. T-Mac, do you got a documentary? Oh, okay.
Oh, you don't? Oh.
I didn't get it. I didn't think so.
You got a bad back. That's why you had to get out.
Look. It was for that to be the first versus battle that wasn't about music. I felt like it was a little lackluster.
Well, I did like the host. I love Joey Crack. My boy Joe Crack was in that bad boy Geek.
Shaq and fucking Fat Joe made the whole shit. It wasn't even her. Like it wasn't even. And they had DJ Envy in the back. That was it. That wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that wasn't the reason it was. Even with them there, it was like, no.
Yo,
Like,
so
I wasn't feeling
Shaq got a better highlight film than Tracy McGrady.
Facts. Facts. Just all breaking backboard.
Look,
yeah.
wait, and Shaq done crossed over supposed to. Gotcha.
Facts.
Gotcha.
He could have did the warm up against Jordan. Dream shake. Bing. Come on, it's like
What he say?
easy.
And then his Hall of Fame speech, he's like, y'all mean hit me with the bing bing and
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice
So
move, brother.
one thing that that we didn't talk about in pre-show that I wanted to bring up, two things actually, and it had to do with business and what's going on in the world. So you guys know about the whole thing with Elon Musk testing his Neuralink. You guys know about the Neuralink?
The brain shit.
So yeah. So it's been reported that the monkeys that he's been using as test subjects have all died.
Yeah, it's a no for me, Elon.
That's a no for me.
Look, wait, hey, your boy Bill Gates over there just like
You just wait. Really though, what Bill Gates is doing is just waiting till Elon fucks up.
Yes.
This one, he's like, hey, I told you.
So, they go under extensive like brain surgery to have these chips implanted. And what they were doing was having them play Pong, without a joystick, without any controllers, and the monkeys could do it, but
wait, they were playing ping pong?
Pong, like the
Atari Pong.
Yeah. Atari.
Oh, the little two things where they sliding like this?
Yeah.
That's Atari. Yeah, Rob, you're young. Yeah.
Nigga, that was on the Nokia phone. I had that shit.
So that's what they were, using, their minds to control, and play on the Neuralink. But they didn't survive. I don't know if all 23 monkeys died, but
it was 23?
23, yeah.
Oh my God.
So they have obtained 23 monkeys in the use of the experiments.
And the SPCA let this happen.
That's what I was about to say.
Yes.
The ASPCA was like, cool.
The thing is, and they did their investigation and said there was no foul play, no.
You put a fucking chip in their brain. That's foul fucking play.
But
Peter,
700 page report to get the committee to sign off on it was approved. So it went through multiple steps. The USDA approved it. Public, it's all in public records. So and
they said if you fuck up, it's on you.
yeah.
I was gonna say
that's a $1.4 million failed experiment as of right now.
That's nothing. That's chump change. That's coming out of his pocket. Yeah, that's nothing.
I got that. There you go. Slide the card.
And then the second thing.
Slide the fucking card.
The second thing is, we have to talk about this one. We had talked about Uncle Joe, and we got to talk about his buddy, Trump Daddy.
Oh, Putin.
No, he said Trump. Trump Daddy. Trump.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about Trump's daddy, who is Putin.
No.
My bad.
Trump
Missed that one.
has released his own social platform. And
is that the one that went up like in the stock market?
I think so. I'm not sure. It's called Truth Social. So it's an app. It's a social media app.
And it was trading through DWAG. And that shit skyrocketed and fell again.
That's
the one. And it's owned by Trump's Media Technology Group.
Question, PhD: Do we buy?
No.
Just make a quick lick and sell.
If you would have done it when it first opened, you would have made a grip.
Yeah,
that bitch fell hard.
Never buy when the hype is at its peak.
Unless you buying a put, then you made a ass load of money. Then,
all right. So don't buy Trump stock on his. So the question is, are any of y'all gonna download it?
Fuck no.
I mean, I'm already maxed out with my social media right now. Like I on my phone.
I've reached my quota. I've reached my quota.
I have. You know, Nita was telling me the other day, she was like, I know you're still awake and on your phone when she's at work. I'm like, yeah, I am.
My bad.
I need to go to bed. I need to go to sleep right now. But it's just like, you know, those TikTok videos will suck you in.
And
sharing my damn time.
Look, you need to call your folks over there in Japan. I need a confirmed yes or no. Is this game going to be released on both consoles? Because if not, you motherfuckers you got darn right. Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6 is
it better not be a Sony exclusive, or else I'm gonna be hotter than fish grease.
So I don't know where it's gonna be, but it's definitely the new platform releases. So it's probably gonna be released on all available platforms.
Goddamn it! It better, because we're gonna restart our sibling rivalry. Goddamn it! Smoke.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, so all right, tell us more about this. Is this Truth Social shit still a thing? Like this is still, because I know it came out a few months ago.
So it's fully operational right now. But right now they're having like issues with like bandwidth. Not a lot of people can sign on to it and really use it. But the more people that they have using it right now, it'll be fully operational by March.
I'll be damned.
So
what's on this Truth Social shit?
So it's supposed to be a rival to Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that type of stuff. So, you know, with Trump being banned on those social platforms, this is definitely something that he went on his own accord. It's available to Apple Store. It's been accessed by tons of people.
So Apple approved this shit.
Yeah, Apple approved it.
Steve Jobs would never.
So more than 150,000 users already, and it's growing.
All of the Caucasian persuasion.
And look, see, here's the thing I hate about this. Like this,
but hey, hold on. But this is the thing. Like, I want to see how well this thing does, because you know, white people will tell on themselves, honestly.
So I want to download it as a white person. Hi, my name's John.
But again, like, okay, let this happen. Let them do what he needs to do. If it's a really good platform, it gives a good fighting business for other social platforms to change their policies to compete. It builds healthy
Anybody try to compete with that dumb shit. Go ahead, Chef. What you got?
Or it's gonna fail miserably, and then people will see this con the way that it is.
Rob, I am of this. My petty level has hit the ultimate 1 million number. We need to put Perfectly Balanced on there. Yes. Hey, right. Look, hey, you never know. We might be the lick.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He's at a point there.
I'm just saying. Hey, it's called Truth Social, right? Get what? You ain't got to like our version of the truth.
You gonna fuck around and get us shut down.
For speaking the truth on Truth Social.
Speaking our truth, because you know truth don't really mean truth to them.
You know what? And again, like I like that idea. I like that idea.
We gonna have more views than ever before.
Exactly.
We gonna have more. We finna be popping. Is that? Oh my god! Hey,
we got these jungle bunnies on Truth Social
podcast. That's the only. And if I get this RTMP set up with live. Shit! Well, y'all
next thing you know, we on fucking Breakfast Club explaining our actions. Like, why y'all jumping on this man's app?
Hey,
we all in New York, baby. We all in New York.
Let me talk to you. Let me highlight for a second. Charlamagne, listen to me. This is what it is, right? The reason we own this bitch is because they need to hear our side too. They talking about truth. We telling the truth. That's how we do it. Telling the truth.
Y'all didn't do it, so we got to do it.
Why didn't y'all get on there?
Why didn't y'all do
To
it?
the punch. And guess
That's my
what?
question. Why y'all ain't on there?
This is-
Charlemagne, DJ
free-
Envy,
This is
Angela
free.
Yee.
This is a free America, right? Free America.
Also,
And look, I'm about in the great words of the wise man Birdman. Are we finished or are we done?
hey, wait.
Oh man, you know what? I guarantee it. Kanye West is already on that shit.
Oh yeah, Kanye on there.
Yeah, he on
They
that.
got him. Look, anybody that got a pardon better be on it.
Hey, listen.
Real talk. Anybody that got a pardon from Trump better be on it. Kodak Black, you better be on it. Wayne, you better be
Oh,
on
it's
it.
on the Google store also. So
First thing we gonna say as a new
Podcast.
user of truth
Truth.
on subs like, look, first giving honor to God.
Holy Father, the Mother, the Spirit. Like y'all
First
understand,
giving-
it's the
first
first
giving honor to
episode.
Hey, that right there gonna suck me in right there. Oh,
Christian.
these are good Christian folk. Oh, we got to talk to them.
Look, and I'm look. I am making every single Ric Flair statement you can think of.
How do you
Space
feel
Mountain.
about our
hey,
Lord and Savior Donald Trump?
Woo!
speaking of which, so there's this TikToker. She's called she changed her name. She's called the Black Conservative, or no, the half Black Conservative. And I was looking at her videos and I was like, oh man, she's starting some shit. And she's doing it on purpose. And I was like, yo, I see through you. Maybe some of the shit that she's saying that she really believes in, because she's been on like Prager University. She's like, people are really, really like calling her like an Uncle Tom. She's the younger version of Candace Owens. That's the way.
Here's the thing though.
Yeah.
If Killer Mike can listen to Candace Owens, so can I. So I can't say that Killer Mike can sit down and have a conversation and have dialogue with Candace Owens, so can I. So I don't necessarily agree. And here's the thing, people, we gotta understand about this politics shit, right? We gotta understand that, number one, it's fucking politics. These are niggas we are never gonna meet, we're never gonna know, and don't really have that much of an effect over our daily lives. So
exactly.
And
the
then
things
and
that
then
they say, the things that they say are supposed to be polarizing.
Right. To have this much angst and anxiety about people and who they voted for is fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't care. I don't care that people voted for Trump. I really don't. Now, do I agree with what the fuck you vote for? Who you vote for? No, of course not. But I don't agree with you drinking fucking iced caramel lattes. I hate iced coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that doesn't mean I have to hate you as a person. You know what I mean? Like, you could be a Trump supporter and be a decent fucking person. There's a lot of them. But now some of them, I will say, are assholes and they are dickheads and they deserve to be punched in the throat. But that doesn't mean all of them are. You know what I'm saying? For me, I don't submit myself to the thinking that everyone that is a Trump supporter is a fucking anarchist and they're racist or whatever. Now, the people that prove themselves to be that way, I will say I don't fucking like you. Trump, I don't fucking like you because you've proven yourself to be that way. That's just me. But that don't mean that the people that voted for him are the same. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. What does you voting for Trump have to do with? How does that affect my life? You know what I mean? Like, how does you having a political opinion affect my life? I don't care what you say, do, or think. Just like this whole LGBTQ plus bullshit. The fact that people are really having conversations about other people's lives and what they can and cannot do. Same thing with women's rights and abortions and shit. Why the fuck are we making decisions and life decisions and making laws and rules and shit about other people's fucking lives? I don't give a fuck what you do with your life. I don't care.
It's all a big money grab. Like,
but I'm not spending no money with you.
Exactly. I mean, and that's the problem that they see. So everything is super polarized, whether it be on the right or the left. And if you have that constant feud, it makes money. So
I just want to know why we can't.
It makes money to have confrontation, especially in politics. But I will say this: most people, I would say a vast majority of Americans think exactly like you and me. We're primarily centrist.
Not leaning too far one way or the other.
Not leaning too far either way. Mm-hmm. Most Black people,
unbeknownst to them, are the same way.
Their values, most Black people, if you break it down, we're really centrist. We do have social beliefs, but we're not too far over to the left to be like free everything, for everybody. Like, no, you work as hard as I work, and then you get yours, I get mine.
Amen.
Bottom line is that's a conservative talking point. And I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, and we're not gonna go down that route today. that's another time, another topic.
I just really want to know. Why do you care? Why do you care? Why do you give a fuck about now? Though I understand the thinking of, okay, if you voted for Trump, do you agree with everything that he says and does, and you think the same way? That's not how it works.
But
you don't agree with. And see, here's the thing:
simple-minded people are at times.
And see, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I don't agree with everything Biden does, but I voted for him. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with this crack pipe bullshit, but I voted. Does that make me a bad person?
No.
Because we subject people to the thinking and ideologies of who they vote for, which is supposed to be a very private matter.
Say it again.
Like, you're not even supposed to like. It
really shouldn't.
Well, what I'm saying is, it used to be.
Yeah.
It used to be when you went to the voting booth, you ain't tell nobody who the fuck you was voting for. It was a fucking secret. And I liked it that way. I'll be honest. I liked it that way. Now, yes, you will have those extremists on the left and on the right who are going to be, I'm all out 100% gun-ho Biden. I'm 1000% Trump. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have those people for sure. But the vast majority
of my goddamn business.
Yeah, it's my fucking business. Like, and I shouldn't even really be able to go up to you and be like, hey man, who did you vote for? Bitch, that's private.
I'm like, I voted for your mom. That's who I voted
for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit shouldn't even be. Now we can talk. And so if we're having a conversation about what we believe, that has nothing to do with who we voted for.
Right.
We can have a conversation about, hey man, I believe, abortion should be a freedom of choice. Women should be able to choose what they do with their bodies. Whether I agree with it or not, it's not my fucking body. That's a conversation we can have. But that has nothing to do with who I voted for. You know what I mean? Like, you could say that leans to one side or the other, but I can also say, well, shit, I also believe we should do something about this immigration shit. Now, which side am I leading towards? You know what I'm saying? Like, the dialogue can be there without saying I fucking hate you because you're a Trump supporter or a fucking Biden supporter or whatever.
Exactly. And which I love the fact whenever Chef gets on here, it's like, I hate talking about politics. This is the reason why you should be talking about it, because you have an opinion. Your opinion matters, because what you say, somebody else be like, oh shit, I never thought of it that way. You just changed my mind. Or, hey, that's something to think about. Oh, you know what? maybe next time I should look into it. And then you might learn something yourself. Dialogue should be back and forth, back and forth. You know, be open to opinions. I always surround myself with people that have different opinions because, you know,
it makes you better as a person.
Exactly. And it's a good sanity check too. It's like, man, am I crazy?
There would be no reason to have checks and balances in government because you could literally just have everybody around you that agrees with you, and you could do what the fuck you want to do.
Hey, man. Yep.
There'd be no such thing as checks and balances.
Like, and why are we trying to take over one side of Congress? Like, why we're trying to have so many seats in Congress to be one side? Like, that's not the way.
Don't get me talking about that shit either.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of this episode, man. I'd like to say thank you to all of our listeners out there, everybody that's watching this on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitch Live. What else are we on? Twitter Live. We on some other shit too.
We on your TVs in the living room. We on your iPads. We on all that.
Phones, computers.
Baby.
We everywhere, damn it. Yeah, I thought I told you that we won't stop. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say thank you to all of our listeners out there, everybody tuning in. We appreciate you guys. We love you. Keep running up those likes, keep commenting, keep running up those comments because you guys, your conversations in these lives be incredible. All right. So we need y'all to keep coming back, keep commenting on our lives, keep giving us great input, keep giving us great conversations, great topics to talk about because you guys are who we do it for. If you're listening to this on the Perfectly Balanced podcasting platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Anchor, Spotify, any of those podcasting platforms out there. We appreciate you guys and we love you as well. Keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you keep subscribing to our channels. Make sure you keep listening to us. Make sure you keep tuning in, locking in every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. This is the Perfectly Balanced Podcast. Just a panel of brown people having good conversations over here. I'm your host, Rob. Who else we got in the building? Oh my God.
Woo, 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 woo. You know who it is, baby.
You know the whole thing.
And profiling.
It's your boy DJ Chef.
Woo. And it's me, KG, aka Dr. Graves, no PhD. You know who we are. Woo! We are. Our bars.
Limousine riding. Jet flying.
Kid stealing. Willing and dealing. Son of a gun. And I'm hard time.
Keep
Yeah, if y'all don't know who that is, y'all better ask somebody.
That was a motherfucker right there. Diamond ring wear. Rolex wear.
That boy loved him some GA, man. Anytime he was enjoying Atlanta GA.
Yeah.
Woo.
Hey, y'all know we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll